The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2026. Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the messy, complicated, and utterly fascinating world of Genoa City. We have some incredibly juicy updates for Monday, August 17, and there is a lot to unpack regarding the Abbott family, Chancellor Industries, and some major career pivots. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and I just cannot get over Billy Abbott's behavior right now. Here's what's bugging me. Billy finds out this massive piece of corporate intelligence that John Abbott apparently bailed out Chancellor years ago, and the loan was never repaid, meaning the Abbotts technically own Chancellor. And what does he do? Does he consult with lawyers? Does he build a bulletproof case? No. He immediately runs his mouth. He literally cannot wait to tattle to Lily and Kane. It's like he's a toddler on a playground going, Nia, 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 I'm taking your company. Wait, actually, let me back up. Why is Billy acting like this? I mean, I know he's always been impulsive, but this is a whole new level of petty. He is engaged to Sally Spectra. They are expecting a baby. He should be focusing on his future, on building a stable life for his growing family. But instead, he is completely obsessed with destroying Kane Ashby. Is it just about Chancellor? Or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it's deeply rooted in his jealousy over Kane and Lily being together and being successful. Billy always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, but he constantly self-sabotages. And the way he confronts them before anything is even confirmed, it's weird, like really weird. The whole thing is just weird. He's basically trying to take back a company that he feels entitled to for no other reason than his ego. He wants to feel like the big, powerful Abbott heir, but he hasn't even done the legal legwork. What if the statute of limitations on that loan expired? What if Jill has some counter document? I think it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere around there, when they first started digging into these archives, and it just seems way too easy. Billy is setting himself up for a massive fall, and honestly, I am kind of here for it. Actually, no. First, I should mention Jack's reaction to all of this, because the contrast between Jack and Billy right now is staggering. Jack is being cautiously optimistic. He's taking the information Billy gave him, and he's actually thinking about it like an adult. In the Monday episode, Jack sits down with Tracy and Ashley to tell them about this potential business game changer. But he's not popping champagne. He's just letting them know. Why is Jack so calm? Well, look at what Jack has been through recently. What was I saying? Oh, right, the trauma. Jack was literally stabbed. Diane was kidnapped by that psychopath, Dr. Markham. Patty Williams has been blackmailing him and making his life a living hell. Jack is exhausted. He's in survival mode. A corporate takeover of Chancellor is probably the last thing he actually wants to deal with right now. But he has to manage it because Billy is running around like a live grenade. So Jack tells Tracy and Ashley, and honestly, I'm trying to picture Ashley's face during this conversation. Ashley just went through absolute hell with Abby and Dominic being kidnapped by Patty and Markham. She was pushed to the absolute brink of her sanity. And Tracy, sweet Tracy, has been risking her own safety trying to contact Martin Laurent to find Markham. The Abbott sisters are dealing with life and death trauma, and Jack is sitting there like, oh, by the way, we might own Chancellor. It's so absurd, but Jack tells them because he wants them to hear it from him first. It's a respect thing. He knows this won't really change their day-to-day lives. Ashley isn't going to suddenly drop her chemistry work to go run Chancellor, and Tracy certainly isn't going to become a corporate CEO. But Jack is trying to keep the family unified. He knows Billy is a loose cannon, and he needs his sisters to be aware of the storm that Billy is about to unleash on Genoa City. Okay, wait. let me shift gears back to Lily and Kane for a second, because this dynamic is fascinating. Billy runs up to them while they are celebrating their success and just drops this bomb. How is Kane going to react? Kane is a grown man who has fought tooth and nail for everything he has. He literally extorted his way back into Chancellor using his bone marrow to save Malcolm. Kane plays dirty. So if Billy thinks Kane is just going to roll over and hand him the keys to the kingdom, he is delusional. Kane is going to explain to Billy how real men do business, or life is just going to punch Billy in the face first. But then again, that doesn't explain Lily's position in all of this. Here's the thing that really gets me. It is incredibly hard to root for anyone in this specific conflict. I mean, not exactly, but kind of. You look at Billy, and he's being an arrogant brat. You look at Kane, and he's a master manipulator who has lied about his identity and blackmailed his way into power. And then you look at Lily. You want to feel bad for her because she's being blindsided, but is she really a victim? Let's be real for a second. Lily has a very dark, ruthless side to her that people often forget. The notes remind me, and this is such a crucial point, that Lily once literally used her own children in a plot against their father to benefit Victor Newman. Like, she manipulated her kids for corporate and personal leverage. That is incredibly cold. So while Victor has definitely screwed her over in the past, Lily isn't completely innocent. She has learned how to play the Genoa City corporate game, and she has made some highly questionable moral choices to get to where she is. So when Billy crashes her party and threatens her legacy, I don't think Lily is going to crumble. I think she's going to go to war, but it's a messy war where everyone's hands are dirty. It's basically a battle of ego. Billy wants it because he feels entitled. Kane wants it because he needs the power. Lily wants it because she built it and feels it belongs to her legacy. It's a fascinating train wreck, and I can't look away. Anyway, the point is, wait, what was the point? Oh, the point is that the Chancellor corporate war is going to be incredibly toxic because none of these people are acting out of pure intentions. They are all driven by spite, greed, and past grievances. Okay, let's pivot to something completely different because my brain is jumping all over the place. Let's talk about Nate Hastings. This is huge. Nate has officially decided he wants to go back to being a doctor. He wants to be a surgeon again. This is such a massive character shift, but it also makes perfect sense if you really overthink it. Let's backtrack. Why did Nate stop being a doctor in the first place? Devin punched him. Devin found out Nate was sleeping with Elena, completely lost his mind, and shattered Nate's hand. It caused severe nerve damage. Nate couldn't operate anymore. That trauma completely broke his identity. He went from being this brilliant, empathetic healer to this ruthless, cold, corporate shock. He overcompensated for his physical loss by trying to dominate the business world. But now, Devin has announced he's leaving the Winters Company to start a nonprofit. Devin is walking away from the corporate power struggle to do something meaningful. And I think that completely short-circuited Nate's brain. He looked at Devin leaving, and he realized that all this corporate backstabbing isn't what he actually wants. He wants his real life back. He wants to heal people. So in Monday's episode, Nate reaches out to Stephanie Simmons. Stephanie is currently the chief of staff at the hospital, and this interaction is so layered. Basically, Stephanie has already offered Nate a job. She wants him back at the hospital. So when Nate comes to her and says he wants to practice medicine again, she is going to be thrilled. She is going to help him get the treatment he needs for his hand, and she's going to fast track his return to the surgical floor But why is Stephanie so eager to help Nate? I mean, obviously he's a great doctor, but is there more to it? Probably doesn't matter, but I notice the intense family connections here. Stephanie is Holden Novak's mother. She hid Holden from Malcolm Winters for years. Malcolm is Nate's adopted father. So Stephanie is harboring all this guilt over what she did to Malcolm, and now she has the opportunity to help Malcolm's son get his life back. Is she doing this out of pure professional respect, or is she trying to ease her own conscience? I know I just said the opposite, but hear me out. What if Stephanie is actually using Nate to solidify her own standing with the Winters family? She knows Malcolm is furious with her. If she becomes the person who saves Nate's career, it makes it a lot harder for Malcolm and the rest of the family to hate her. It's a very subtle form of manipulation, or maybe I'm just reading way too much into a simple medical storyline. But this is The Young and the Restless. Nothing is ever just simple. And think about the medical logistics of this. It's weird, like really weird. Nate's hand was permanently damaged. He has nerve damage. Are they going to introduce some experimental new surgery, some cutting-edge physical therapy? Or are they just going to soap opera magic his hand back to 100% capacity? I'm betting on a mix of both. Stephanie will probably hook him up with some world-renowned specialist, and we'll get a whole storyline about Nate struggling through physical therapy, facing his doubts, and eventually triumphing in the operating room. It's actually a really beautiful parallel if you look at the whole episode. On one side of Genoa City, you have Billy Abbott trying to tear down a company and destroy people's lives out of pure childish jealousy. He's holding on to the past and trying to weaponize it. And on the other side of town, you have Nate Hastings trying to rebuild his own life. He's letting go of his corporate anger, trying to heal his physical and emotional wounds, and working towards something positive. It's destruction versus healing, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Nate will get his surgical skills back and then become a completely arrogant, God-complex surgeon. That happens a lot on this show, too. You think someone is getting a redemption arc, and then they just become a different kind of monster. Wait, I just thought of something else regarding the Abbott situation. When Jack tells Ashley and Tracy about the Chancellor thing, what if Ashley decides she wants in? I know I said earlier she's in survival mode, but Ashley is also fiercely competitive. If she thinks Billy is going to mess this up, and let's be honest, Billy messes everything up, she might step in and try to take control of the Chancellor acquisition herself. Ashley running Chancellor? That would be incredible. It would put her in direct conflict with Lily, which would be an amazing corporate feud. And Tracy, poor Tracy, she's sitting there listening to Jack and Ashley plot corporate strategies while she is mentally preparing to sit down with a psychopath like Martin Laurent to find Dr. Markham. The disconnect in the Abbott family priorities is just wild to me. It's like half the family is in a thriller movie and the other half is playing Monopoly. Let's circle back to Billy's confrontation with Lily and Kane. I really want to analyze the dialogue the spoilers gave us. Nya, nya, nya. I'm going to take back the company I've decided is mine for no reason other than I want it. That is such a perfect summary of Billy's entire character arc for the last decade. He never actually builds anything from the ground up. He just looks at what other people have built, decides it belongs to him because his last name is Abbott, and then tries to steal it. And Kane is going to see right through that. Kane has his flaws, but he is a survivor. He knows how to protect what's his. I can totally see Kane digging into Billy's past, maybe using Billy's gambling history or his current messy relationship with Sally to distract him. Kane will fight dirty, and Lily will back him up because, as we established, Lily is not above using underhanded tactics, even her own kids, to win a battle. It's just so frustrating to watch Billy do this. He has Sally. He has a baby on the way. He has a chance to just be happy. But he can't stand the idea of Kane being happy. It's a sickness. It really is. Billy's obsession with Kane is going to cost him everything. I bet Sally's going to find out about this Chancellor crusade and realize that Billy hasn't changed at all. He's still the same reckless, chaotic man-child he's always been. And with Sally's pregnancy hormones and her own trauma regarding Adam and baby Ava, she is not going to have the patience for Billy's corporate games. What was I saying? Oh, right. The Monday episode. So basically, Monday's going to be a lot of posturing. Jack posturing as the calm patriarch. Billy posturing as the conquering corporate hero. Kane posturing as the unbothered executive. And Nate posturing as the humble doctor seeking redemption. I really hope Stephanie gives Nate a hard time before just handing him his career back. Make him work for it. Make him prove that he's not just going to abandon the hospital again. The second a shiny corporate job opens up, but knowing Stephanie, she'll probably just welcome him with open arms because the hospital needs a star surgeon, and Nate brings that Legacy Hastings name with him. It's weird, like really weird. The whole thing is just weird, but I am absolutely glued to my screen. I can't wait to see how Lily reacts to Billy's face when he drops the bomb. I want to see the exact moment Kane realizes he has to go to war. And I want to see Jack's tired, exhausted face as he tries to explain to Tracy and Ashley why their little brother is trying to steal a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate based on a decades-old technicality. Anyway, the point is, Monday is going to be chaotic. The Abbotts are a mess. The Winters Chancellor crew is about to be under siege, and Nate is trying to fix his hands. It's soap opera perfection. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I overthinking the Lily morality thing? Am I being too hard on Billy? Probably not. Let's discuss.